Hey there, welcome to the stream. Look at that, drop frame zero. I like to say that for some strange reason. Got green bars on the OBS. Everything seems to be peachy, peachy keen, as it were. Extra peachy, perhaps. It's just an in joke. And yeah, we got the Himalayan salt lamp right over there. We got the love Lego right up there, and we got the Twitch glitch sign has been energized. Thus, a stream has begun. Why not? It's Sunday. We're gonna have the hardest tightrope trivia of the week during the big brain games. So I'm looking forward to that. But before that, we're gonna be doing some flying. Oh, it's a long stream. It's like yesterday was a 3 hour stream. Today will probably be a 3 hour stream too, or if not more. I got a lot of streaming to do today. Why not? I'm not doing much. So we started yesterday was build one of Wall-E. Obviously, we have not completed the top part of Wall-E, but this is about more than 2/3 of Wall-E because most of him is built. And we got the front loading door, and there's this little cargo thing that he's got there. I guess it's a he. Hello, Wall-E. It's a little like kind of cool. Extra over kind of complicated design, little cube thing. And he's got these really cool articulated arms. It's kind of this really interesting mechanism that lets the arms move in a couple of different ways. And then they also can do this. He's got the fingers that move. And the treads are real smooth. They move real smoothly over the bogies. Very nicely designed tread system. I don't know if I have any other like tanks or things that have that kind of tread. So the third part of the show, of course, will be this. There'll be the big. There's a lot of different segments. First of all, the first segment is the introduction. That's what we're doing right now. It's the part where I talk about the beverage of the day. I show it off a little bit. Look at all that. Look at all those bubbles. Look at the condensation. Look at the brownness. Let's taste it. That is for sure Diet Coke. I'm not even kidding you. Look, see the can it came out of? It's a FIFA. All right. In addition, in order to help me fly around a Microsoft Flight Simulator, we will be using today the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. What happens if this breaks? I'll probably buy another one. It won't look exactly like this. Each one of these are unique in that the swirls are created one off, effectively for each one. It's kind of cool. But if I did break this one, like I accidentally stepped on it, I have a red one I could use as a backup. Like I got backups for everything pretty much. I have three USB cameras. Of course, I use them all. Actually, I do have a fourth somewhere just in case. You know what I mean? I got an extra controller. What else? I got 2 PCs. I don't know, but anyway, the point is, I got plenty of mics. If this mic died, no problem. In fact, I have 2 mics connected, so it's not even an issue. Redundancy. I used to work for the Department of Redundancy Department. And, right, so we fly on Microsoft. There'll be the big brain games. This is after the introduction. Big brain games consists of me and perhaps the community, should anyone show up, help out on things like the Quirtle, the Octurtle, the Flirtle, the Loop, the New York Times Connection, the Reunion, the Tightrope Trivia. Oh my God, so many games. Oh, it goes on forever. It's super tedious. After that, there'll be a short break where I play my mid-roll, and I'll be setting my keyboard, my piano, which is currently leaning against the wall over there. Slap it right down here, plug everything in, put the thing on, put my headphones. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Switch microphones, as a matter of fact. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to play my Ken's Piano Lounge, because if I don't play it a couple times a week, those are memorized songs. And you got to keep playing them, or I will forget them. I don't know about you. You probably haven't even memorized them. So it's not, but I enjoy playing them. I'm looking forward to Ken's Piano Lounge. I'll probably make a few mistakes here and there because I'm a little cold, but I bet I can play most of the notes of most of the songs, and that's all you really need. Anyway, after that, again, that will go almost like more than an hour and 45 minutes or so. There will be a short break where I put the piano away and I move my turn on the lights. I got to move my camera around a little bit. Because I'm going to be building Lego on the floor, right over there, right down there. And that segment is usually pretty. I don't know. I don't mind. Somehow I enjoy the idea of building the Lego, and I'm talking all the whole time, like, oh, this piece goes there. Where's this other piece? Oh yeah, here it is. It's like super dull. But it is what it is. Oh, by the way, yesterday's show, of course, was censored by YouTube and banished by Twitch due to the egregious playing of copyright music over and over again during the show. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not monetized on YouTube, so it's not like they're withholding funds, or Twitch, really. But yeah, yesterday's show is one for the history books, in that the only people who saw it live will ever see it. But that's because of the Rocksmith Plus segment. But I'm going to continue to do those. Because I got plenty of streams, you know what I mean? They don't have to be all saved for history, you know what I mean? So the Rocksmith Plus ones aren't. They're ephemeral, actually, with what I should be saying. But I still have a great time, and I love to play the bass. It's just a different kind of musical performance than when I do guitar or piano. Obviously, piano performance is perfectly allowed. They're my interpretations of the songs. Anyway, let's get right on to the thing. So I was thinking today, have we flown around the Grand Coulee Dam recently, or ever? I mean, I think I have. I want to see if I can get a seaplane out there, but or something that can land on the water. Because in fact, I was looking at the Google Maps, and there is a seaplane base there. Although I don't know, and Google Maps, I don't know if in the game there is. So we have a couple choices. I don't have that many planes that I have loaded up currently, besides the Goose, I believe, that are set up for floats, potentially floats. Although that doesn't. These definitely don't. Well, we may be flying the Goose. It's not, or the Icon. Actually, the Icon might be more fun, really. Let's do the Icon A5, because, yeah, that's really our two choices. Yeah, it is. Okay, fine. Icon A5, it's under I, right? E, F, G, H, I, Icon. So that's one that we can definitely fly around in the water. It's a good it's good for sightseeing. Okay, it's a real plane. We don't have a lot of liveries. They're basically the only good one is that one. I wish they'd do some more liveries for this. Maybe, I don't think they. I don't care. Even if they do, I don't care. All right. So the question is, can I find the Grand Coulee Dam? Yeah, this is it right here. But I don't know if there's any kind of... Oh, there is a runway right there. So we can take off and check out the Grand Coulee Dam, because the Coulee Dam is right there. And it looks like there is, there's a point of interest, so it must have been improved at some point, or must be, a decent model. It's not just not just an overhead topographic thing. Oh, we'll find out. So we'll take off from the ground, and we're going to land in the water. We're going to take off. Oh, cool. We have a parking ramp so that I can cold start. It's basically a key start of this list. I enjoy the immersion of cold starting the planes. In fact, I like the ones that start a little harder. Wow, this does not look familiar. It looks really cool. Why is that minivan humping up and down? Are there some people in there? Is there two people getting it on in that minivan? All right, so this is the Icon A5. It's a light sporty, amphibious plane. Wow, pretty cool with a pusher prop. Not very practical. Two people, no luggage, not a ton of range. And is it safe? I don't know. Depends how good you are as a pilot. I mean, it's very simple to fly. All right, we're going to turn on the power here. Oh no, there's a master power switch somewhere. Oh, here. There we go. Master power, turn on your lights, that's fine. I believe there is a fuel valve up here. There, and it's on off, so it's a good thing we checked it. Turn that to on. There's also a parachute system, but I don't think it works in this particular plane. There are some planes that have a parachute. Engine pops right up, basically like a key start system. And we have the Garmin ready to boot up here, right? We can just put that on map mode, show where we are. Put transponder in ground mode. Let's see what else we got here. The radio is on. It's just some little airport. We're gonna check out the Grand Coulee Dam. I don't know if I've seen it before, but looks like a pretty day. We'll fly around it, and then we're going to do a water landing and maybe even do a water takeoff and then land. I don't know. We're just going to check out the capabilities of this Icon A5. Again, you can see that it's got that boat-shaped... All right, now it's taxi. Oops, too much power. Where is the runway? Oh, it's there. Oh, it's right near... There's a lot of water in this area because the... Columbia River meets the Snake River. The Columbia River is quite massive. It's a big-ass river. And then, it gets even more massive where there's a dam. All right, where did we take off from? Okay, looks like the wind is coming kind of crosswise, so I'm not sure it really matters. Okay. We're gonna announce. Okay, yeah, it wants us to go to the left and then take off to the right, which is fine. All right. So we're going to head down to the runway and make a turn around here. So runway 4, yeah, runway 4 is coming the other direction. Which we don't need all of. This is quite a long runway. It's an impressively long runway. You can see most of it's that direction. But we'll go to the end, just like a good one does. And these kind of runways, there's no taxiway. You just use the runways to taxi and just turn around the end. Really pretty area. Look at the kind of the mountain. It's effectively the Columbia River Valley. Well, it's a very complicated. We're in eastern northeastern Oregon. We're like really far from any of the big cities. Oh, look, we have like this cool little turnaround thing. If I slow down a bit, I can figure out how to use it. We got to turn around over here. Make this a cool turnaround. Not all these runways have these cool little turnarounds. All right, we're announcing. Okay, flaps to there. And for some reason, this one's broken. It has takeoff trim being a highly positive or highly negative, and we don't need any takeoff trim. All right, let's fly. We're gonna get rid of this. We're on the runway. We got flaps to takeoff position. You hear the engine revving up. Got it all mass full. Oh, that's on full power. Whoop! It already wants to. Whoa! We got some crosswinds here. Let's take off a little bit. Crabbed there. You know what I'm saying? All right, flaps. Oh, gear up because we're landing on the water, so it does completely retract. And put those flaps up. Well, yeah, take off power. We don't need anymore. All right, and there we have it. We gotta go to get to the Grand Coulee Dam. Either that direction or this direction. Pretty sure this direction. Let me just check that for sure. I have my Google Maps up, so we won't get too lost here. Yeah, it's a ways, but it's kind of right around the corner up ahead. It'll be a nice little flight. And then we're going to go over kind of a city called Electric City, and the city of Grand Coulee. There's a city in and then there's the Coulee Dam. There's Lone Pine, Elmer City, Coatesville. But we'll have to figure out kind of the topography here. There's definitely some kind of these are considered lakes, although they are kind of on the Columbia River system. There's quite a few dams actually. The Grand Coulee is just the biggest one. All right, this power. There's power. There we go. I want to stay nice and low at a good altitude where everything looks realistic. Yeah, it's dead ahead. It's right there. It's not. We don't need to get far away. So we'll get nice and low. I don't know how low we can go and still have nice, realistic view of the dam. That's it. Straight ahead. The city, yeah, the Grand Coulee, the city or town is right there. And I guess it would consist of, there's tourists coming in a lot, want to see it. It's definitely, there's, over an area. Of our group of tourists that would want to see it. Yeah, we got to put our transponder in flying. No biggie. Okay, everything looks good on the instrument panel. It's trying to look like a car instrument panel, but it's not a car. You know what I mean? All right, my nose is real light, so I'm gonna do some of that negative trim here. All right. All right, this is the city or the town of Grand Coulee here. Sorry, that other town is Electric City. This is Grand Coulee. Okay, and I think they call it Electric City because, you know, when this was an old dam, and one thing it did is produce a lot of power for the whole region. But the interesting thing is that it's holding in the water, and you know the lake is on that side, and I guess the outflow is on that side, and it's kind of geographically not what you'd expect, except it is what it is, I think. So I think this is the hold side of it here, and then the other side is where the turbines are. But we'll find out. This doesn't look that familiar. I mean, I'm looking at the map, so I know this is exactly what it looks like. You can see there's like some spillways there. But yeah, the water level is much higher on this side, although not that high. It is definitely a, you know, concrete dam, you know, with integrated spillways. Okay. And it creates this giant lake there. It looks pretty good from a level. Obviously, this is your turbine. This is where you're generating power over here. Probably. And there's like all sorts of like electrical lines and things like that. So generating power, and then probably, I don't know, routing the power. But there's a bunch of communities up this, which is, I guess, an extension of the Columbia River. Yes, this is the Columbia River. So, but that's the dam there. It's kind of interesting that the kind of the business end of it points north, considering the overall flow of the Columbia River. Yeah, it eventually makes a kind of big turn, and then south, way south. It's a very curvy river, and eventually becomes an east to west river through Portland. But before it does that, it makes a whole bunch of big curves, and we're on one of them effectively. But it's quite pretty. But it's in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. I mean, there's not like going to be major cities or anything like that. Let's go back and check out the dam from the riverside, and then we're going to land on the other side of the dam in the lake. We'll test out the capabilities of this Icon's water landing capabilities. Again, it is a real thing, and I've even seen, you know, YouTube videos of people who you know, fly into some kind of remote island that normally you can only boat into. But again, you know, 2 people, and it's very expensive, and it's got to be a little bit dangerous. Now, it's not super dangerous in that if you lose an engine and you're flying over water, you can land on the water. It's designed to land on water, whereas a lot of planes aren't. But if you lose an engine and you're flying over land, that may not be so grand. So we're up at about, what, 1,700 feet? We're about 1,700 feet in altitude here. Okay. And so this is the, you know, it's probably, I don't know how they keep this water flowing. But it goes a long way north, and then it makes a huge turn west, and then eventually turns south, and then eventually turns east. It goes all sorts of directions. It does not go kind of flow one point to another point in that same direction. Because if it did, it would just go directly southeast the entire way. Southwest. So apparently this is a, it says on the map that there is like a, what do they call it here? Seaplane base with a tour center over here. The tour center is back that way. I don't know what a seaplane base means, but we certainly have plenty of lake to land on here. All right, so we're going to come in for landing here. I guess I'm not sure where there would be anything. I think like somewhere around there actually are some buildings, at least on the map. But I'm not sure. This goes quite a ways. We're not going to see the whole thing. All right, so you're just going to put some flaps down. You're going to reduce engine power because we got to get down. We're going to land on this little lake here. It's like a pretty flat surface. And one of the cool things is the game has some nice splash and you know, water trail effects. Not perfect, but better than nothing. All right. Now, the manufacturer requests that you do not try to land faster than 45 knots to preserve. That's still quite a bit of force on the hull, effectively. So I'm at 60 knots now. So I'm just kind of. I just want to, you know, before we hit the water, I'm gonna kind of really kind of want to kind of flare out at the last second here. We're still at 50 knots. And I still have plenty of lift, especially here next to the water. So it's not like, you know, and I can do this for, okay, as soon as we get to 45 knots, we let it set in. Oh, there you go. It still bounces a bit. And then the important thing is, it'll be fine. We're going to put our water rudder down here. There it goes. And so then we can actually steer in the water, hopefully. There is an issue with these. You can see, yeah, I'm not sure whether it's wind or whatever, but the game has a lot of problems with steering on the water planes, with these planes. It'll go, you can steer one direction, or you'll steer a whole bunch of direction, and then when you release the thing, it goes back to the direction it was going. It only really wants to go one direction. And that's kind of some random direction. It's clearly bugged out, because in the real world, you could, like this, like I'm trying to go left as hard as I can here. There we go. I'm going left, I'm holding the left rudder. It's not going anywhere. And the rudder's in the water, you know. And if I release it, it's going to go hard right, like that. I think it's hard right turn. I'm not commanding it to go right, I'm commanding it to go straight. So why did it make a hard right turn? It's messed up. I think they can fix it, but they don't care. It's always done this. Certain planes will eventually kind of steer a little bit, but most of them won't. All right, we're going to take off and land again. So we're going to land. We're going to pretend that we know what we're doing here. It's a pretty powerful engine. So, and again, the wings develop plenty of lift, even at like 45, 50 knots. Oh, so we got takeoff power here. There we go. Back to cruise. All right, I'm quite sure we're gonna fly over the dam one more time, but I'm quite sure there's no decent runways to land at, except the one we took off on, which is a really nice runway. So I enjoy the challenge of landing both on the water and the runway, at least on the ground, you can actually steer the plane correctly. Oh yeah, see my water rudder still down in the back there, that little thing on the blade on the back. So you got to remember when you come off the water to hit your water rudder, and there it comes up. It takes a little while. Kind of cool, got a little activator. Cool, nice detail on the Icon A5. But again, that water rudder in or out doesn't matter. It doesn't affect whether you can actually steer on the water. The answer is no. No, you can't. So it doesn't matter. It's a nice effect, but again, it's the game. It's not this particular plane. Because I've noticed this with other planes that are seaplanes. This one's the worst. But no, there's a bunch of other seaplanes, and they all have issues with trying to steer on the water, where you just can't get them to go certain directions. No matter how you try to steer, it'll just keep going the same direction. And it's frustrating because you can't even make tiny changes to your boat. You'll go left and it'll snap back, or you go right, it'll snap back. And eventually you realize, yeah, no, it doesn't want you to change your direction at all. It's not just you can't steer. You can make little steering changes, but eventually you'll be going the same direction. It's a weird bug. They don't care. It's been there forever. As far as long, I mean, since 2020 has it as well. And they did fix it in 2024. But it's a pretty dam, you know. It seems like the water would be much, much, much higher before it's going to go over the built-in natural spillway there. But I'm sure that's not how they should have an underwater, intakes there that actually are used for the most of the time, because that's how you have to do it. These are pretty only much for emergency, I would think. But I don't know. And then this is interesting thing over here. I wasn't exactly sure. I'm guessing they pump water up and then over, and then the water flows this direction as well. But I don't know for sure. Like, these look like pumps, and you know what I mean? And pump, big ones. Which, and then you can see a lot of electrical wires transferring electricity in this direction. Although it's really a long way to get before you're going to get to any kind of civilization. It's kind of a bit of a long, a haul to get electricity anywhere. But I guess they could do it. A little less power here. Get our RPM down a little bit. But I don't know if I can't imagine there's shipping or boating that goes down there, but I don't know. So yeah, so that's the town of Grand Coulee, and there's the Electric City, which we already flew over. And I don't know what that thing is. It's a big hill. It's like a loaf. But yeah, it's not like we can go down. Let's go down the Columbia River and head down to Portland. That's gotta take a couple hours, minimum. It's a big state, and we are way away. Yeah, so I think this is Electric City. But I'm guessing, you know, places like this, when they were founded, were, oh, and electricity is really cheap because it all comes from the Grand Coulee Dam, and it's really cheap to send it out here, so you get a discount. But that's probably the only, you know. And so we'll call our city Electric City. It is really kind of these cliff sides, you know, where we have the river valley here. Very dramatic and beautiful. Pretty day to day. Now I'm sure it's quite rainy most of the time. All right, where is our let me get planning up here. Okay, yeah, it's to the right. So what we're gonna do is make a right turn here. There's like a causeway bridge there, like a floating bridge maybe, or a causeway, not sure. Yeah, so the runway is right there. So before we do too much, we're gonna start lowering the gears. We will need gear for a non water landing, but the runway is right there. So we're just going to turn into this. Just got to be careful, of course, when you turn, you lose altitude and you know, engine energy. But I got plenty of air under the wings. I'll do this up. You can land a little faster on ground, but because again, the reason why you're landing slow on water is because the water can really, if landing too fast, can really damage the hull. You know, on these, we're landing on we're landing on the wheels. We decided to take that load. You still want to land soft, but this is what it looks like from here. It's not really that dramatic. Just make a nice line up. Plop your ass down there again. I just don't want to hit it too fast, or we'll do a little bounce. There we go. That's better. It's always kind of, it is kind of windy. When you get a crosswind, you want to be nice and slow. There we go. All right, is there like buildings? There's that little building there. I guess there's more buildings down here on this side. Yeah, we had a significant crosswind, which means when you land, you got to be careful of that tilt. You're playing tilting a lot. It's a pretty strong. That's like a 10, 12 knot crosswind there. You can tell 3 knots for everything. Anyway, there's a way of measuring, looking at that, knowing what the crosswinds are. But yeah, that's a fairly heavy crosswind, which is kind of the worst case scenario. This is exactly where we started. So, which I don't necessarily like to do, but when we're in the middle of nowhere, I don't, it's going to be a little tough call to try to find another airport around here. We're real low, especially compared to these other planes. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Be a nice parking job there. Cool. Well, that was a nice flight. It's kind of short. We're going to do another quick flight. Gonna turn off the engine here, though. Oops, off the engine. There we go. Fuel valve, whatever. Master batch, turn all your things off. I'm going to take a quick look at the. We're going to run to the. We'll run to the ranch, my ranch, WY32. But you know what? I like that as a choice of places to go. I guess we'll stay in the icon. Where's my ranch? WY32. Circle B. Not that far from where we were, but it's far enough. All right, we're going to start from the runway. Circle B. Just want to check my ranch out. Don't need to cold start. There it is. This is someplace I go. It's an add-on. It's an add-on. You pay like $13 for it to give you some really cool stuff at this particular ranch, which is a real place, but it's in the game. It's pretty dull unless you have this add-on. I don't believe there are any large bodies of water to land in, so you probably would not be running the Icon A5. I'm just too lazy. We don't need all that trim.
Departing straight out. Whiskey Yankee Tree 2.
All right, everything looks good here. Turn our map on. Departing strip out. Okay, we got power. Engines are performing well. We're gonna give us full power. Release the parking brakes. I would not operate a plane like this on a dirt strip. You know, just the issue is, bits of dirt are gonna go into the engine intake, which even though it's nice and high up, is still little bits of dust or whatever. Anyway, gear up, flaps up. There's the other side. That is that side. Here's this side. Who is that? That is not our normal training pilot. I don't know. I'm not sure why we got a different training pilot. It's a little creepy. All right, takeoff power is not called for. So there's a whole bunch of, you see there's a lot of these circular irrigation systems, and they're actually moving and pouring out water. They're water powered, pressurized water powered. Then there's a bunch of things which are little hoppers that probably for fertilizer, for grain, or seeds. I don't know. They're always kind of adding little new things too, every now and then, and it changes color quite dramatically. In the winter, it can be white, but it's also brown. When you're not growing anything. And here, we're in the summer and the spring and summer, it's going to be quite green, and it'll be very green for quite a while. But the main ranch is down that way. There's a barn we can fly through. Oh, are we flying through it? What do you think? It's a barnstorming barn. And I've flown through in the Icon before. Any plane that's small enough to fly through, and this is definitely one I've flown through. We'll come and do it from the other direction. And you see where actually that one's not set up correctly. I don't know why. So this is kind of the main drag of the ranch. We got cattle. We got some ranch dogs. We got some people running around. We got a dude in a wheelbarrow. We got some cool cars and stuff over there. It's pretty wild. Oh, and there's like an archery range over there. And on the archery range, in fact, I'll show this to you. Get out of here. I'm going to show you the art. I didn't know this, until I'd been here like 30 times. But there's an actual person there who I think is dressed like Lara Croft. And she is actually aiming and firing her arrows. I'm not sure if it's Lara Croft, but, oops. It's close. That's about as good as I'm going to do. Not really Lara Croft. There you go. She's going to fire. It's kind of wild, though. I mean, not really sure where that comes from. All right, back in the plane. All right, let's set up for a little fly through here. So let's see. First navigation point we need is this house out here. There's a ranch. One of these. It's quite a few ranch houses, but there's this one here. So we use that as a point of interest. We'll make a sharp left turn. We're gonna go through the barn. Do a little barnstorming. I kind of like the house. It's not that exciting. There's another house down there which is like a ruin. It's a wreck. It's like completely destroyed. It's full of garbage and trash. It's actually really cool in the game to explore. Because you're like, I didn't even know about it. Oh, there's a barn. Let's storm the barn. I say storm the barn. Do I know what I'm doing? Maybe. Maybe. It's actually a little easier, I believe, in this plane from here. But you got to be like 10 feet above the ground. And you can't panic if it feels like, uh-oh, that's not good. We clipped it. We clipped it. Let's try again. I think I just clipped my left wing on that one. It's fine. All right, let's try from this direction. Don't want to overspeed here. Okay. Another way. Okay. All right, come around this direction. I was pretty close. Actually, come to think of it, it's a little harder from the inside because it's a little harder to make those little corrections, which you need to do using the rudders. So we're coming in low over the ranch here. There's that cool wind vane. We're gonna go in through the barn. Maybe, hopefully not clip the wings this time. You see how low you gotta get though. But that's pretty much about how you do it. Just don't panic and go straight through. All right, so that's what we do. Finally, for our final feat of Aviation, final feed of aviation. All right, whatever. I'm going to land the plane. All right. Well, we could land at Diet Cokeville, which is a perfectly nice landing, which I usually land. But today, I feel like we should land back on that dirt strip. Much more challenging. And I have messed it up several times. It's right there. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out a good line out for it. Yeah, you want to be along this fence line here. Right, see where that fence is there, I think. Yeah. Alright, so as soon as we hit this fence, make this sharp right turn. We're gonna go to full flaps because it's right here. And you come in low, we're almost want to hit this fence, and there's a barrel on fire there. You don't want to hit that, but you know, it's fine. Okay, reduce power to nothing. There's one kind of fast. So let it settle down on its own. No braking, no problem. Good landing. Good landing. All right, more power. Flaps up. No braking. We're gonna actually set her into the barn here. It's like all those barrels are cool at night. That's the only way of noting where this is. You got a flag waving. You got a windsock on the barn that's functional. Actually, it's pretty cool. You got the cow sounds. And there's a couple parking spots, but question is, can you actually use this barn as a hangar? The answer is, I believe you can. If you're small enough, and we are barely small enough. It's a little uphill, so there's some power there. Barely. Now, how would you say? Well, how do you turn around? Actually, these planes are light enough that you can just push them, push the tail and turn them around. So you don't need like a special equipment. All right, turn her off. Off, I said off. There we go. Let's see. We get out of the plane, so that's where we are. By the way, this is where the where is it? There's a tractor there. Here's where the pizza and beer party was. They leave their trash around, even though there's a perfectly empty trash can 11 feet away. That's the kind of people I have to deal with. And these chickens, they just wander around. What's that bullshit? All right, so if we go in here, there's a bunch of other scripted events, like opening, apparently at like 5 p.m. they close these doors or something like that. This is a really cool barn, though. There's like a workshop. There's more trash. There's places where the workshop, but there's also like an antique gasoline pump. A really old refrigerator, like it does not work anymore. License plates from the 50 states. Why? I don't know. Some propellers, some storage containers of some kind. A light, little details. The number 42. Don't know what that is. I just like the details. I mean, and it's like they took a photograph to get this wood planking, but it's just a really cool little spot to hang out in. And yeah, this is my ranch. Very nice. All right, well, that's it for the flying. We're gonna have to get to the big brain games. There's a lot of streaming to do, but that was good. That was a fun segment. If you enjoyed the flying, there'll be more flying tomorrow because Monday is a regular stream day, and it'll be someplace else in some other kind of plane. That's how it works. All right, quit to desktop so that we can move on to today's big brain games. I'm gonna be in Just Chatting on Twitch. Okay, we're Just Chatting on Twitch. I'm not gonna, or am I? Okay, now I'm Just Chatting on Twitch. I think it might, whatever. Cheers. Right, so big brain games. Where was I? Big brain games. Let's queue up the first of the big brain games, which is the Quirtle. It's a warm-up game. All right, so to warm up, we're going to use the extreme. The extreme and the rescue are both kind of hard for a Quirrell. Okay, I'm going to run through this quickly. It's very fast. It's just, that's what a warm-up game. I do these every day. I use the same 3 starting words for these all the, because they're good. All right, what do we got here? We got stung or stunk, maybe. Oof, that could be that KG thing I really hate. But this one up here could be inter. I think that's a word. Oh, it could have been inter. Well, and this one here is going to be hard because it could be like body. Let's just guess body. Hopefully we'll get lucky. See what I mean? What's this one here? It's inert. Oops, that's a better word. All right, we got one. Let's see what else we can get here. We still have the stunk problem. Let's see. This one ends in ET, has an R in it. It could be egret. That's in the dictionary. And these are the harder words. See what I mean? Oh, because that G was real helpful. So now we know it's stung. And not stunk. Oh, but we ran out of guesses. Gabby. I don't know if I would have got Gabby from that. Well, I probably would have because I knew I had the G and the B. But Gabby is a tough word. But yeah, so close. But that was we had too many incorrect guesses there. I really should have guessed in. Well, it could have been an inter. All right. All right. That's game number 1. And some of these games will go a little slower on. If there is anyone in the community who wants to help out, you can. The next game is called The Revealed. All right. The correct answer is a place. It's going to have 9 letters in the correct answer. Let's read the heavily redacted document and see if we can suss out what that place is going to be. All right. The place we're looking for, blank scrub blank, that covers nearly all of the southern portion of mainland blank. With an area of about blank blank, it constitutes a vast area of blank and blank that extends south from latitude blank. It is bounded approximately by the blank to the west, the blank to the north, except where the region extends north of the river into the blank blank, the blank to the east, and the blank to the south. The region south of the blank blank, which is divided between blank and blank, also is often included in blank. Oof. So it's a large area of some kind. I want to know, I guess I want to see mainland what? Argentina. Okay, so now that makes it a lot more easier, right? It's that's the desert in Argentina. It's the Araconda. It's the what is that desert in Argentina? I know what it is, but I'm gonna slightly cheat. Patagonia. I guess I was kind of on the. Anyway, that's it. Fine. Argentina, associated with Patagonia. I would remember it at some point. I don't have all day. And the point is, yes, that's all you really needed to know. Nothing else would have helped you. But Argentina does. It's pretty easy which one you needed to see. All right. There's Patagonia. Is that really what it looks like? I guess it's pretty high up. Pretty tough one, but what can I say? All right, we're moving on. There's gonna be a lot of streaming today because after this, there's the mid roll. I'm gonna bring my piano in. I'm gonna play the piano for a solid 45-50 minutes. How long that's Ken's Piano Lounge? Stream over? No, at least an hour of Lego building, maybe more. Hopefully I can finish the next bag. There's 4 bags though, and I can usually do 3 bags in a stream. So unless I really do get epic, I may not be able to finish it. But we'll get pretty close. We'll have to see. We got plenty of these games to go. The next one is called The Reunion. All right. So the Reunion is kind of like a crossword puzzle, except you don't get the clues. You just got to suss out what the words are. We got a word with a Z in it somewhere. Yeah, and let's see, and very few yellow letter, just 2. That's nothing. Oof. Oh, this is going to be a hard one. I can already tell. We have a Y and a Z to place. I mean, usually I automatically put the Y at the end of the words, and that's usually a good bet. In this case, it was. That's the only thing I have that is kind of an intuitive idea. Because that anyway. But now let's see. Does it? What can we come up with a 7-letter word on the right that starts with E and ends in N something MY? And it could be NOMY. Because that O could be over there. But it could also be E, right? Well, we don't have any E's, so it can't be an E. It could be an A, though. I'm gonna make a command decision. I think it's an O. All right, we're getting lucky, but I don't have all day, so I gotta come up with things here. And now we have a word that has a W and an O in it, and maybe a second O. It's not kazoo. Obviously, it could just be woo, and then there might be like these might be, or the S and N could be the thing. I'm gonna guess that it is. I think so. Where the S and the N is where the hedgehog and the fox are gonna end up, because there's no thing you can put in front of woo. But that was right. So it's good to know where they're gonna be. So since we know they're gonna be there or here, no, they have to be here. No, they could be here. Oh, damn it! This made an accidental move. Oh, you can't take them back. Oh, I was all sticky fingered. Oh, I hate when that happens. It's life, though. It's just a game. Doesn't matter. The bottom word, I think, is going to be essay, because we have a lot of S's to use. All right, that's fine. We got that's the first word we've gotten. I say this is economy. Is we have a C, another O we can put there. And then we still have the Z used, but I'm pretty sure we're the I in the end. Okay. I think this R has to go there. And this G, I mean, it could be something LG. Could it be algae, ALGAE? I think it could be, because we have 2 A's. No, but this A can't go there. So it can't be algae, right? No. It could, but it could be GL something. GL glaze. And that would use the Z. So I think it is glaze. So if we put the A there, yeah. It could be, yeah, no, there's no other consonants that would go there. So we're doing okay despite my screw up. And let's see. All right, so what do we have? Okay, so if it's where the N and the I are, then we have a word that's AR something something W. Could be arrow. Do we have enough? No, we don't have an arrow enough for that. Could and it can't be arid because the I can't go there. So maybe it's just ART. And then this is nitro. Yeah, okay. It's going to be art and nitro. And then this is genuine. And then this A is going to go there. And this is going to be was. All right, yeah. 17. So we pulled out the 17. That's a win, actually, by definition. Could have been 16 if I didn't accidentally move a thing that I didn't need to do. I accidentally moved the R. I fat fingered it effectively. That added 1. It could have been 16. But a 17 is a win. That and again, that was pretty good because there's some rough letters like the Z and the W. Figuring, I made some good intuition moves, knowing that this was going to be woo, and that it wasn't going to be some like igloo because it couldn't be. I wasn't 100% sure where these guys were because it could have been here, and then this would have been a 5-letter word, but instead of 2 3-letter words. Art and was okay. That was fun. We got lots more games to play. Let's do the loop. Oh yeah, let's do the tightrope. I'll do the tightrope after the loop. All right, so we got a boomerang. Okay, we got to figure out what all these symbols are. We got a boomerang. That's acupuncture in the wrists. Okay. That's Muhammad Ali, boxer. That's a birdhouse, I guess. That's like breaking the speed of sound. Bowling. What would a boomerang go with? Okay, massage and acupuncture. Those are the first thing I think would go together. Swimming, like a professional swimmer, might also be a professional related to a boxer. They're athletes. Okay, we got a skeet shooter. Which might go next to a boomerang. I'm not sure. Butterfly, monarch butterfly specifically. Rolling pin. Well, that might be related to acupuncture because those are pins. Well, we also got a hedgehog. Right? Or is that what those are? Okay, the butterfly is related to the guy swimming. That's a butterfly stroke. So that's a relationship. Birdhouse. What would that be connected to? And breaking the speed of sound, Mach 1. What would that be? And then bowling pin. See, I'm thinking rolling pin, bowling pin kind of thing. I'm just gonna have to. We're just gonna have to make some guesses and see if any of these are right. Hopefully, with some of them, we'll have some. Yeah, not too good. Not too good. Okay, so the ones in the blue are in their final, or the green in their final position, though. That's good. And then the yellow ones have the correct connection, but aren't in the right position. So I'm thinking this is a massage, and these are pins. So maybe the pins go on the other side of that thing, right? Of the bowling pin, or the rolling pin bowling. The butterfly was definitely connected, and that's and then we know this connection means that this is on the other side. So this is useful. That's correct at this point, but this is not right. Okay, yeah, the boomerang is going to go next to the sonic boom. Oh, well, I just did that. Sonic boom, the boomerangs. At least I figured that out. Okay, we already figured that out. Okay, what else would it go next to? Well, actually, I think that might be right there. Huh. So skeet shooter might go next to what? And the bowling alley might also go next to what? So I think bowling alley and Muhammad Ali. I don't know, but no, we already know he's not. That's not in the right place. Well, I guess the bowling alley is a lane, and the guy's swimming in the lane. I don't know. Let's try this. Yeah, it wasn't good. All right, we got more. As long as we can get in the next one, it will be okay. And we should be able to because, okay, let's see. What's going on here? Butterfly. The boomerang. And these are related. The skeet shooter and Muhammad Ali. I'm not sure how they're related, but they are. Oh, yeah. Muhammad Ali floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. So he's related to the butterfly. So that's correct. Got it. Okay. That wasn't perfect, but I'll call that one kind of a win. That was a harder one because some of these connections are pretty thin. Boomerang and homing pigeons both return to, so it's a homing pigeon. It was not a birdhouse. I did not get that. You see, it was a bird returning to its home. Oh, that's really hard. And then that's a clay pigeon. Muhammad Ali was float like a butterfly, right? Oh, Cassius Clay. These are really tenuous, tricky ones. Monarch butterfly, but that's not the monarch isn't it? And the butterfly stroke, right? Then the bowling lanes, they take in place in lanes of that. I finally got bowling pin, rolling pin, massage, acupuncture, hedgehog, and then the hedgehog is related to the song. I did not get this till just now. That's what I wasn't getting sure. I had no clue. The hedgehog is related to Sonic Boom because there's a famous hedgehog named Sonic. Wow, good for them. All right, let's do the tightrope trivia. In that, I thought that was pretty hard. This should be pretty hard too. Every time it does what? Sheds its skin. And if we get a bug for the show business, Pineberry just is show business. New Jersey. I don't know. John Stewart. No idea. Could have been any of those. These are hard. Lautrec. Toulouse-Lautrec. There's like a couple movies about that. Ireland. These are hard. Toaster strudel. What movie? Mean Girls. I haven't seen it. And those are all similar kind of vibe movies. Mercury? Earth is. Oh my goodness. I did not know that. This is a hard one. Wow, these are tricky. Good for them. The Sunday quiz should be hard. And that was a massive failure. I don't care. What are they going to do? Sue me? I wasn't going to make money if I passed it. The Sunday ones will kick your ass. All right, we're going to switch over to the connections. And there are just 2 games left to go. The connections and our final Octoral. All right, so for the connections, it's pretty quiet out here today. People are doing their weekend thing, I think. Let's see. All right, so pick, chess, start, select, choice, go, slide, corporation, begin, prime, surfer, strap, capo, darts, now, and fine. Okay, I'm going to go with pick, capo, slide, and strap as guitar accessories. It's either the right thing or, but yes, it was the right thing. Guitar accessories. That was pretty easy. You know, that could be, the easier ones are usually easy, but let's just, at least we didn't get caught by the fake affinity group. Okay, choice, go, chess. Go and chess are games. And so is darts. You know, go, chess, darts. But what would be the other game? I don't necessarily, some of these might be games. But I don't know. If is corporation a game? Maybe. Go, chess, and darts are. So, oof, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see. Begin, prime, start. Those all seem like the same word. And go. Let's try that. Oof, that wasn't it. Select. Oh, man. This is a hard one today. Oh, I guess. Was it go, chess, darts? No, I already got that one. And then what would be the third game, right? So, yeah, I already got that. Those three. I think fine and now. Some of these are antecedent or precedent words. I don't think we're going to get today's. It's probably a hard way. It is a hard one today. A lot was easy, but already two in, so it's a loss. Choice, go, chess, corporation, begin, prime, surfer, start. I'm sure start, prime, and beginner together, but I don't know what the else would be. Surfer, what would that be with? Because that seems like wordplay. Or couch surfer. Yeah, I don't think I can figure this one out. Let's shuffle it a bit. Chess, select, prime, start, go, darts, surfer, choice, corporation, now. We haven't figured out what now is. Fine and begin. Oh, choice, select, prime. These are cuts of meat, right? Choice, prime, select, and there's a fourth one, which I think is fine. Right? I think so. Yeah, high quality. Well, I guess high quality, but whatever. I was thinking meat, but all right, we got something. All right, go, darts. Let's shuffle these. Start. We still have chess, go, and darts. And one of these is a game. I don't know which it is. Is it corporation? Um, but we also have start, now, begin, and go. I don't think so. What's the connection? Signals to commence. All right, so what's darts? Well, this is a loss anyway because we got two gone, but that's fine. At least we did. I did eventually get it with no help from the community. They're very quiet today. Darts, corporation, chess, and surfer. Okay. What is it? What is the connection? Like couch surfer or couch chess? No. Um, darts. I don't get the connection there. What's the purple one? So it's hard. But let me think about it for a second. I'm in no hurry. I got all day. We're still going to be setting up for Ken's Piano Lounge. That'll take a while. Got plenty of time. And there's going to be Lego building for like an hour. This stream's going to go for like 17 hours or something. We don't know. So I got plenty of time to think about. I like to get it. I mean, basically, we already know that we got the last group because it's only 4. But I kind of like to know what the affinity is. Let's see. I don't think it's wordplay. I think it's preceding or antecedent word. Like darts, board. Oh, things that have boards. Oh my God. It took me too long to get that. Things that have boards. Dartboard, board, and corporation, chessboard. They have boards. Surfers have boards. I should have got that earlier, but it was the purple one in my defense. Saying they have boards. Corporations have boards. All right, not great, not horrible. I didn't get my ass kicked nearly as bad as I did on the quiz, on the trivia quiz. Let's see if we can complete today's Octortal Rescue. That's the hardest one. I don't get to use my powerful 3 starting words, noisy plate and crum. It chooses 4 shitty random ones for you. At least it looks like we got all the vowels and Y, so it should be okay today, but let's just see. This one could be lusty. It's LU, and then we know there's an S in there. And it's got to be lusty. Okay, good. And that T is really helpful. Let's see. Then what we have here, there's something U. And then we have another D and an I, and E, 3 vowels. And it could be guide. Guide. I'm going to guess. I have a good feeling about it. And the G was helpful down here. Okay, this one is easy, this lower right one, because it's Belie. B-E-L-I-E. That's the only thing it could be. We have all the other letters. This one here could be local, right? No, it can't be local because it can't start with an L, but it could be O-C-A-L. And so it could be vocal. And not much else. Oops, whoops. Could have been something else. Really? It's not local. Really? It's not vocal? A focal with an F. Well, that's the only other thing it could be. At least we got it. We may still potentially win this one, but now we have to get all these correct. All these correct. Let's see. We know there's a word with 2. This word has to be on the lower right. That one's easy. It has to be digit because we have D. We have a D, a G, and a T to place. Okay, we're down to 3 and 3 guesses. Ooh, this could be tricky. Oh, this one we should be able to get to. We know there's a C. And AU, so that's acute. This is quite easy on the upper right. Then we have, okay, that might have helped down here. We know it's something AU, something T. So it could be jaunt. Right? It doesn't, or taunt. Because it could have another T. It could be, we don't know for sure. It could be taunt or jaunt. Oh, that's tough. That's going to come down to a 50-50. Let's look at what this one is. This is going to be, oof. It has a T and an H. I think it's going to be ethos, right? E-T-H-O-S. Well, if it's not ethos, it could have been ethos, but it is. All right. So now we're down to this thing. I'm pretty sure it's A. Okay, we know it's AU something T, but we have an N. So I just want to guess. It's either taunt. Well, I'm going to guess taunt, but it's a 50-50 because it could be jaunt. We won. It was taunt. Yay! I finally won a game. I'm going to cry. Well, at least I'm going to celebrate with some icy cold Diet Coke. That's the ice is melted. It's getting kind of brown. Well, that consists of yet another big brain game segment. Let's switch over to the music category right now while I get set up. Okay, we're in the music category. That's nice. Anyway, so it was a mixed bag. The revelation was fine. 17. The revealed was okay. Only mild cheating. The trivia quiz kicked my ass, but it's Sunday. We got the Octortle and the Quirrell. Oh, we don't know. Missed the Quirtle. The Quirtle I didn't get today. Always get the Quirtle. Didn't get the Quirtle. The loop was okay. Connections was kind of hard, but eventually we did solve it. But not as quickly as I would normally like to. But I always like to get in perfect, and it wasn't perfect. I had a great time. We're gonna do the big brain games tomorrow as well. That's in fact I do them even on the days I don't stream. All right, so let me get in here. I'm gonna have to do a few things here to get my mid roll on. Probably take me a little longer than the mid roll to get it all done, but we'll get done. Okay, let me get my keyboard set up here a little. Yeah, pretty much right on time here. All right, check, check, check. Audio. Looks like there's kind of some kind of audio here. Switched over my microphones. Got my set list here, the old Ken's Piano Lounge list here. Hopefully, why would I say hopefully I can figure out how to play the piano between now and actually I'll put it down a little bit like there. Let's see. There we go. I gotta see my pedal works. Positioned. There we go. That's better.
cameras are kind of working. No, my PNI isn't working. Hold on a second here. Just unplug it to plug it back in. Usually makes it work. Nope, I think I did the wrong one. Hopefully I get this to work. Working now. Sometimes you gotta plug it in a couple times. It's just, you know. All right. There we go. There we go. This camera needs to be moved up a bit, I think. It's a little better. Yeah, I think it's a little better that way. Oh, I always like adjusting my cameras. I don't care. I might even drink Diet Coke. All right, let's get started with the actual set. Well, let's do. I'm going to do this little warm up piece. It's not really mounted that well. All right. Now this actual. Here's the actual 10-span lounge. Quick second here. That's not right either. Too far. There we go. I'm gonna play with it all day. Who cares? That's about right. next one is this one. Next song is called Flashdance. What a feeling. for a bit there. Okay, keep moving along with the old. Some of these notes I'm getting right. All right, what's the next one? Let's do another Todd Rundgren song.
me take you by the hand. Ready, getting ready, rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. They'll be rocking in the projects, walking down along the strand. Ready, getting ready, rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. And Johnny is my main man. He's the keeper of the keys. He'll put your mind at ease. He's guaranteed to please, backed by popular demand. Look around, my little friends. Jubilation fills the land. Ready, getting ready, rock steady when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the band. When Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the, when Johnny strikes up the band. Do that one. Rare singer. What's the next one? These let's see. I'll just do this one here. Billy Joel instrumental. I can't sing Billy Joel. He can't either anymore.
Ooh, just the two of us there. Oh, we get to the heart and soul of the lounge piano experience. That's the pure. That's me playing Misty. We're starting playing Misty. Paul Williams for the Carpenters coming up next. Okay, that was Only Just Begun. Let's go right to The Morning After. I think I do the song. Actually, didn't think I'd be able to do that one. I don't play that one all the time. But this one I do. Alrighty, next song is gonna be this one. Show Pro. Short version of that one. I'm just gonna move it along. Got a lot of streaming to do. Got more songs I want to play, like this one. Couple more songs to do here. We'll do Up, Up, and Away next. Up and Away. I got one more two songs in Lee, I think. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind, and it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. That's one last song, couple songs. This song, of course. Oh, we did this one already. What's the one I'm thinking of? This one. That one we did already. This one we didn't do. They're both in D. Right, that's going to be for the Ken's Piano Lounge. But as I mentioned about 70 times, I got lots of stream too because I want to build some Lego. I'm looking forward to building some Lego. Let me take this off here. Change back to here. I'm going to take my piano down while on stream. No big deal. Search for a category. I wonder what category I was in. Probably none. Okay, now I'm in Lego and brick building, hopefully. Right, okay, that's there. I'm gonna have to set this over here. Camera goes this way. Starting to get stuff. I do have to move my piano and change mics. A bunch of stuff. Fine. Okay. Put this out of the way. It's gonna be about 5 minutes. Maybe be watching. Fully switch over. Mics. This mic's not good. That goes off. Actually, we're going to use this mic here. Perfect. Right, these unplug.
Okay, you can still hear me, which is fine. It's been another. It's literally be like 4 minutes to unplug everything. That's normally I do it during that mid roll, but I'm not gonna run the mid roll again. Okay, piano. We can take the piano. All right. Okay, perfect. Doesn't weigh that much, but it's enough. It's enough that it's got the heft I need. Perfecto. Our X-Spray stand goes away. Take my X-Spray stand, hold it up. Take my pedal unit. This pedal unit goes down here. This pedal unit is what I used to play pedal unit. Put that up. Okay. Getting ready. You're set up for that. Okay, perfect. Put this back over here. Alrighty. Don't have power in this thing. Did juice up? That's fine. Maybe for a while. All right, Legos. Let's get the Legos out. Switch the camera. Switch my camera to my instrument. Only cam. Perfect. All right. Take what we built so far. This here is what we built of the wall E here. And let's take the stuff here. We're going to finish up the actual wall E, and we're going to build the other thing. But we've got to build the top part of him. So that's bag number 4. Here's bag number 4. All right. Bag number 4. Bag number 4 is not a very big one, but I didn't want to. I got really tired yesterday, so I mean, I've been doing this for an hour. I could have done it off stream, but then I'm like, point content. And so if you're chatting on Twitch, I might be able to actually read it, but YouTube, forget about it. I won't be able to read your Twitch. But nobody's here, so that's fine. Maybe some people will be watching on the VODs. I don't know why. All right. Okay. So first we're going to need to do some things here. So we need one of these, right? That's the 1-to-1. Perfect. One of these. Looks like one of these. Oh, hold on a second. I got my cat. Give me a second, Mo. One of these. Hold on, I got my cat. Mo. What's up? What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? Huh? Is it 80 degrees out? Hold a second. Boiling hot. Okay. Oh, you okay? Might have a wild animal attack shortly. All right, let's get started with this. All right, so I'm gonna need that piece, this piece, and then some weird looking pieces. I have to search for. I think one of them is this, perfect. But another one is not that. It is something else entirely. Like this piece. Is this correct? It kind of looks like it. Yeah, I think it is. That's the right piece there. Perfect. All right, so start with this one. Hold it like this. Push that through there. Yes. Number 2. Take this piece. And that piece, and then this piece, right? And then this piece, and then that piece the short way to make that, okay? And that's going to go on top of
the dude facing backwards, right? So it looks onto this little thing here, right? Wemo. All right, so we're going to build a subassembly. Okay, very nice. So we're going to need one of these. And these guys. Okay, this goes, face it this way. This goes on the bottom. Nope. Actually, maybe yes. Yes, it does go that way. Then we have, let's see, this guy here. Right? Facing that way. Well, no, he faces this way. Make that shape, right? Perfecto. Now we need one of these. One of these. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to go how? I think like that. And this piece goes on to the front of it like that. Inside there, I think, to make this shape. Yeah, so far so good. All right, now we need a 2x2. And with this guy, the little black gripper dude. Okay, so the 2x2 goes there. And the black gripper faces out like that. Okay, I believe we are still making the shape. So another 2x2. Here's a 2x2, and then this. Let's see if we can find this guy. This fellow here is exactly what we need. Okay, so this 2x2 goes over the black side, and this guy hangs over on that side. So far, so good. Okay, one of these. Let's do a 1x1. There's the 1x1s. 1x1 goes here. Okay, and then we're going to need a 4x1. There's a 4x1. That's going to go here. Still looks like the piece that we're making. Okay, we have this color 1x1 and then this dude right here. So that's going to go, the yellow guy goes here and he's going to hang over like that. So far, yep, it's looking perfect. Okay, now okay, what the hell that thing is. I think it's this guy with the curved back. Curved back. He's gonna go in here. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit. It's lower. Oh, no, it's perfect. It's not. It's perfect. All right. Now we're going to need to collect some pieces. So we need a 1x1, 4x1. There it is. 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. And one 2x1 flat top. Here it is. All right. So we start with this guy. And we have 3 of these guys that we put on it. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. And then this piece is gonna go here. And the flat top goes there. Make that shape, and then that shape's gonna go where? Just on here. Like that. Perfecto. Alright, so 2 of these flat tops are gonna go on the top here. 1 there, and 1 here. Make that shape. Oops. About to fall apart there. There now. Okay, it's all in. That's the correct shape. Yep, perfecto. All right, now we need one of these. That's going to go here. Little finishing cap there. All right, and then that's part of the head. I guess he has, right, he has 2 halves to his head, and they're independent. So let's see, this one's going to go, I guess, with this little claw thing facing that way on him, like this. So one of these will be putting 2 of these on. And that's one of his eyes eventually. Okay. Because they kind of move. All right, so I'm going to build another one. All right, so take this one. This guy. Holding it this way. Wants us to put them on this side, I think, right? And then we have one of these. It's going to go underneath that way. So I think that's so far so good. All right, one of these and this guy here. So he goes there. Very similar to the other piece there. Guard, and he is going to go on top of him. Yes, perfect. All right, now we need a 2x2 and this black grouper dude. Perfect. All right, so the 2x2 goes there. Black grouper goes here. Perfect. Still looks like the piece. All right, one of these. One of something with a hole in it. That's got a curvy. I think this piece. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Holding it like this. This gripper guy goes here. And this 3x2 goes there. All right, looks good so far. Okay, 4x1. There. Perfecto. We need this guy and this guy. So this guy's going to go in the middle. We'll do this yellow dude right here. Make that shape. Still looks pretty good. Okay, now we need another one of these guys. He's going to go about to have a cat attack. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. Okay, let's see. Is it still looking like the piece there? That does look right. Okay, now we got to get a bunch of pieces. We need a 1x1, a 4x1, 3 of these dudes. 1, 2, and the third one there. And how many? 1 of this. Okay, so I'll start here. These guys go on here. Here, you get a treat pretty soon, Mo. Happy? Are you excited? You get a little pearly treat later. Pretty soon. After I finish this bag, I'm probably going to get a little treat. Okay, that goes there like that, and then these go here, and this one goes here. I have to make this shape there. Perfect. And that's going to go on top of here. Like that. Okay, yep, that's exactly what it's called for there. Now then we have 2 of these caps, and they're going to go here and here. Like that to make that shape, and also, okay, all right, one more. These dudes, it's going to go like that, I believe. Yes, I believe. Correct. Perfect. No, he's going to slide on also to this guy here. So I think they're on. I think it's on. It's supposed to be on. Close enough. Here. This piece is not quite on as good as it should be. Okay, much better. Okay. All right, still working on the head. Let's keep working on the head. Get that part's done. All right, so we need 1 of this, I believe, and 2 of these. So these go in through the bottom, I believe, according to that diagram. So they go, and then they're going to connect up how? In the back, they connect up kind of. Like, okay, let me see if I can do this so they can figure it out. One goes in here, and then it goes in there. So to align these kind of carefully, I believe. work. Okay, they are there. This thing is this little thing in the back. That's what it's for. Okay, let's see it in. Okay, that was there. That's what it's supposed to look like, right? It's on the back of it. Yep, perfecto. All right, now we got subassembly to build. So we're gonna need a 2x1, and then one of the, I believe this piece here, right? Yeah. So this goes on the bottom of this piece here, like that. And then we need one of a kind of weird shape, this thing here. We got two of them. And that's gonna go somehow like that, I think. All right. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, two more of these guys. Stack on top of each other. And that's gonna go, okay, holding this like that. Okay, now we need one of these and another one of these guys. Got a couple more of them too. So how's that gonna go? I guess one of them like that. And then this piece is like that. I think that's the way it has to go. Just look like that piece there. Very nice. All right, this is what they're supposed to look like. Double checking. Seems right. Seems right. Okay. Now we need two of these, right? Here they are. And they're gonna go kind of how? Like that, one. And this one on the other. Right? Nope, not like that. Like that. They only go one way. There we go. That's that. They build right there. Perfect. And they're not quite aligned, but I think that's right. Okay, now we need one 2x1 flat top, right? 2x1 non. Here's the flat top. Okay, so the flat top goes on the 2x1, and then they're gonna go here to make that shape there. Perfecto. All right, one of these, two of these, and one of these. Okay, so start with this. Put the little gripper on. Both of these little grippers on. And put this on with that, I can tell, right? Yes. And that's gonna go like this. Yeah, it clicks in. It looks nice. I believe that's it. Okay. We're building like the eyes, I think, right? Okay, one of these. One of these. This guy here. Yep, that one. And one of this. This weird, it's, oh yeah, the actual eyes. We got two actual eyes. It's an eye piece. Okay. So we start with this. That in this orientation. And the eye has to face like that. So I'm thinking that's what they're picking up there. Yeah, that is what's picking up there. We do that, we turn it around, and then we put this piece here, and that piece there. And then that's gonna get mounted somehow on this thing. So if we face it like that, according to this, oh, there's a way of mounting the eyes, but it doesn't stay. Oh, it does stay. It's not all that good, but it's good enough. Okay, it's mounted. And then how's that gonna go? Okay, so forward. So there's two grippers here. Oh, I just lost something little. Not too important though. so the little gripper is going to go, something's going to grip this thing. What is it going to be? There's the eye. Okay, so holding it like that. I believe what they're trying to tell me is that this gripper clicks on there like that. I believe that does. Okay, I think that's it. All right, is that how the thing looks? It is. Perfect. Okay, next eye. We're building the eyepiece. Okay, so we need one of these, Hold this like this. So it goes on the bottom. One of these. That goes here. Two of these. Here they are. Put one on top of the other. And they're going to go here. One of this piece. Another one of these. Right, and they're going to go sideways. So that piece goes here. And this piece is going to go there. Hanging off there like that, right? Looks pretty good so far. Keep moving. Okay, so two of these, 1, 2. Yeah, these are going to go over the top like that. And the other one goes over the top like that. Okay, make sure those are nice and good. They are perfecto. Okay, we need this piece and this piece goes there. This piece is going to go here. We need one of these, two of these little grippers. And then this piece here. Okay, so this goes here. Two grippers on top of it. And two. Like that. And then this piece goes on top of it like that. Like that. And that's going to go in this side, right? That, I believe. Just clicks in nicely. Okay. Now we're moving. I'm almost done with bag 4, and we're almost done with this thing entirely. But then we're going to do a whole other thing. There's lots to do. I might not finish today, but I'll try to make some progress. And the eye. Okay, so holding this like this. Oh, holding this like this, and then the eye thingy, you want to have like that, right? Yes, perfect. And turn it around, and then this is going to go here. And this is going to go like that. And then that's going to go on to, let's see, holding this like this. Yeah, it just barely does hold on, but it does. You can put it in there, and it holds it pretty good. That's the other eye, right? That's how it's supposed to go. That's how they want it to go. All right, so the other eye is going to go there, and then this is going to go in and click in right there. All right, there you have it. Wall-E. I believe it's basically completed. Or is it completed? Yeah. No, there's one more little thing to do here. Don't just complete it. There's a few pieces left. So let's see. This goes there. This goes onto here. This little dude goes here. Yeah, it will fit on there. And then these guys go in here. I'm not sure what this thing is. It's supposed to represent maybe an antenna of some kind. But it is, just kind of sticks out there on the model according to this image. So you make this little thing here, and you're going to stick it on. There, right? Let's see if I can get this in here. Right here. Perfecto. Again, I don't know what it is, but it's on the thing. It's supposed to be something. It's a thing. It is. Alrighty. There you have it for the next one. But a whole another thing. This is effectively 2 complete models. Let me take a short break. Stretch my legs a little bit here. And get a little treat for the cat. Come on, Mo, you want a pearly treat? Pearly treat, kitty. Have a short break. Oh yeah, I gotta stretch my legs. It's definitely not good. Mo, you want pearly? Pearly treat, kitty. Oh. it actually it's a really cool look. It's got a lot of articulation. These move, and there's a lot of the eyes move, and or the sides of the head move. The head moves, and the treads move. It's really complicated, heavily articulated model, which is what I like about these things. All right, so the next bag is 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, and 7. Just bag 5. I guess one of the things, the cool thing about these is if you had two people building this model, they could both work. One could work. They have two different, one could do one and the other could do the other. So you could get two people doing the wall and doing the other, building the things. But I got one. I like doing it myself. All sorts of cool stuff in here. All right, so let's see. Start with a 3x3 and a 3x3. Black on top of the white. Okay, we need one of these in white. One of these, right? Yeah. I'm sure we'll find it eventually. There it is. And a 3x1 flat top. Okay, so holding this like this, the white flat top goes there, and the little straight thing goes there. Perfect. Now we need two of, these kind of T units here. Okay, two of those. And they're going to go one there and one there to make that shape. Perfecto. Exactly what we needed. All right, a 3x1. There it is. And two of these curved connectors. Where are they going to be? Here's one. So let's go around here somewhere. There he is. There's two of these guys. Okay, so take this. Well, actually, this is the wrong kind of curve connector. Right? There's two kinds. Yeah, this is the right kind. This is not exactly the right kind. This is the other kind. Anyway. One goes there. One goes there. And then these are going to go, let's see, right on this, like that shape. Yep. All right, now we need a bunch of little black pieces. And what is this? What is this one here? It's this piece, I believe. A black 2x1, that's that. Two of these guys, right? That have a hole in it, right? And one of these connector dowels, that's the right size. And one of this guy, that's all there is. Okay, so start with a red dowel and push the kind of round wheelie thing onto it. All the way down. It does go all the way down, perfect. Then this guy goes onto that next. And then two of these guys. And they have to be aligned so I think their tops are the same, right? Like that. And then this piece goes on top of these two pieces to make that shape, right? And then that's gonna go where? Looks like they want us to put this somehow here. It does fit. That looks like the piece, I believe. It's supposed to look. Let's keep moving on. All right, two of these. Two of them with a hole in it. This one doesn't have a hole. That one has a hole. This one has a hole. And two black dowel things. All right, so we go. These are gonna go in here. These are the same on each side. One and two. Perfecto. And they're gonna go facing outwards somehow. Okay, there's that shape because I don't see how these are gonna. Oh yeah, because they go this way. Perfect. And then this way. That makes sense. Yup. Exactly. All right, so two of these guys are right here. One goes on the one. Really pretty little transparent pieces. And that's going to go on the front here.
Yep, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, now one of these guys, so that's gonna go, I believe, like that. Cool, it does. All right, so white 3x1. One of these guys, that's this guy here. And one of these guys, that's this guy here. So start on the top here. Oops. It goes like that, right? And then this guy goes underneath him also like that, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to go on this side like that. Perfect. I hope it's supposed to overhang a bit, but I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see, one of these, right? This guy, and one of the other kind of around this guy here, yeah. So I think it shows us stacking these like this, like that, and then this is gonna go on one of these sides. At the bottom? Oh, at the bottom. Mo, you finished it. You okay? Mo? You alright? You okay, Mo? I don't know if he's okay. He's fine. I don't know what he wants. All right, he's fine. He's trying to become comfy. Okay, 4x1. One of these guys right here. That's gonna go like that. White 1x1. Well, it's gonna go here, and then there's this guy here is gonna go that way, right? And how many? We need two of those 1x1s. Yeah, so there's another one that's gonna go here. This is a complicated piece. And then, what do we need here? Oh, this piece. Got it. Yep, that piece there. It's gonna go like that, right? Make that shape, and then this other thing on the back, right? This guy here. Make that shape. Is that right? It's looking good. Yeah, looks pretty good. Okay, so then we're gonna put that on this thing somewhere. Yes, here. Yeah, it's gonna be one of his arms. Perfect. Actually, is this robot a she? I'm not sure. All right, so take one of these small wheels and then this dowel here. That's the right size. Push that one onto there. Oh, there's two of these, or three of these wheels. I'm gonna put them next to each other. Put all three of them on. Like that, according to this image here. And that's gonna go where? I guess it's gonna go here. Like that. According to the picture. Looks pretty good. Alright, so now we're gonna need this with a hole in it. There it is. The other kind of one of those other weird pieces. Here. Yep, that's that piece. One of find a curvy piece. That piece I don't see. It's usually around here. They can just be hard to find. Yeah. Oh, no. No. What if they gave me a special one next one? No. There. I bet it's hiding somewhere. These white pieces can be hard to spot on a white carpet. Or
Or I'll just skip it, you know. Might not look perfectly symmetrical. Whatever's. Okay. Yeah, it happens occasionally. All right, so we start with a 4x1. We're going to put this piece on it. Like that's all button right here. Stuff we're not missing. We're going to put this piece with the hole on it there. It won't look perfect, but it'll be fine. This piece is going to go how? No, we're going to put another one of these things here. Build that up. And this is going to go there. And then another piece here. And we don't have the extra piece. We might find it eventually. Be able to put it on, but it's not here. Now I can see. Yeah, it's not like hiding inside another piece, which happens sometimes. But no. Interesting. All right, doesn't matter for now. I'm gonna be able to find it some point someday. Okay, it's gonna go on here. Like that. You can see it's missing. Oh well. Plus, you can always order one from the company. But that's definitely a misser, or it's rolled somewhere. Before I take it out of the box. These are all the little pieces. Oh, here it is. It's under my foot. Yeah, they rarely do actually screw you like that. All right, moving along. Got all the pieces. All right, so now we're gonna build some more stuff. One of these, right now. Okay, so that's gonna go onto this, according to this. And then take another one of these, right? That's also gonna go on like that. Right? That shape. All right, now we have two of these. And one's gonna go there, and the other's gonna go on top of that, I believe. Perfect. Now we need two of these, and this dude. Okay, so that's gonna go how? He's gonna go there, and then these guys will go up here and on the sides. Very nice. Okay, one of the 4x1s goes on top there. Very nice. Still looking like the picture. All right, we have two of these. All right, turn this upside down, or which way? Yeah, I think he just basically wants to turn it that way, right? Yes. Okay, then these are gonna go one there, one here. Make that shape there. Perfecto. All right, one of these. Quite easy to find that one. Bright red. Goes on top of that black thing. Okay, white 2x1. And this guy. So the white 2x1 goes here. And then this blue dude is going to go like that, I believe. Yes, perfect. Okay, 4x1. 2, I mean, and it goes that way. Looks like the picture. Perfecto. Two of these. 1 and 2. One of these is going to go there, and then these go 1, 2. That shape looks good. Now we have one of these, and all 4 of those. So these are gonna stack into a 2x2. I believe, like that. And then you put the white one on top of it. And then that's gonna go this way onto here. Like that. Perfecto. Alright, now we got this guy, which is pre-printed. I So that's, he's going to go here. And we have two of these, and they're going to go like this and like this. It's definitely a smooth part of the, it's basically the face of the dude. And how's that going to go? And that has to mount. That. On top of this guy like this, I believe. So. Does that look like the picture? It really does. Okay, we'll do bag 6. I don't know if we'll get to bag 7, and I may complete it off stream. How long have you been streaming for? Did it hit the 3-hour mark yet? 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's a long ass stream when I do Lego. But I don't care. I'm having a good ass time. All right, bag 6. Why not? Oops. Bag 6. This is a fairly big bag. A lot of stuff. Looks good. So we got the big pieces here. I'm gonna try to keep these all separate. Yeah, we're gonna build the most of this thing, I think. Maybe not. I think the only thing left to build is kind of like the stands or something after this. So this should be basically completed. But yeah, it's another like half an hour of building. I'm having a great time though. All right, so keep these pieces together. Sort of. Make sure it's all emptied. All emptied. There's a piece there that didn't come out. Boy, there's a lot of pieces. So it's gonna take a while just to find shit, I have a feeling. All right, so for example, a 4x1 and a piece that's got like a thick dished piece kind of. Okay, what's that piece? What is that piece? I don't see it so far. So I'm going to separate these out a bit. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this piece, white goes on to, I've never seen that piece before, but there it is. It goes on like that. Now we need 2 of these. Perfect. See, they're right next to each other. One goes here, one goes here. And then we're going to need 2 of, that's going to be 1 right here. The other's right here. Okay, it's 2 of those. What else do I need? Wait. Yeah, okay. So holding this way. Step 3. One's going to go this way, and the other's going to go that way. I believe. Right? Yes. Okay, now we need gray pieces. We're going to need this piece. We're going to need not that one. It's more of a wedge dude. Right? That's not it. Is this it? Yes, this is it. And one just looks like a 2x1 cover, flat cover. There it is. Okay, so let's see. Holding this like this. Flat cover goes here. This goes here. And then this is going to go on kind of on top of it like that. To make that shape. Perfect. All right, 4 white 2x1s. These 1, 2, 3. But there's a 4th. 8 of these guys. There's 1. These are all in here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see more of those. And 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay. So take one of these, put this on top. Take one of these, put it on the side. Do 2 of those for each one of these. And do that 4 times. Okay, so take one of these, put this on top. And put these things on the sides. 1, 2. Take one of these, put this on top. And these go on the sides. 2. And finally, take one of these, put this on top, put these on the sides, 1, 2. Yay! Very good. Okay, 4 of these, and they're gonna go how? I think just stacked up on top of each other. All right, so 1 there, 1 here. All right. Yeah. 1 here. 1 here. Just making this shape. Is that what we got so far? Yeah, we got it. All right, now we're gonna need 2 of these, easy to find, and 2 of these. Also easy to find, do the color coding. Very nice. All right, so I'll hold this way. So the blue ones are gonna go here, and here, and the yellow ones are gonna go the other side, facing the other way. I think so. So make this shape here. Oh, that's fine. A little fragile, but not too bad until it gets fully built up. Okay, is that the right shape at least? Yeah. All right, so 2 of these guys, 1, 2, right? Yes. And they're gonna go how? I think with the hole facing out, the top up. So I think they're gonna go like this. You gotta be careful how you install these. I think this one goes here. Yeah, so once they're installed though, everything gets a lot stronger. Hopefully it's not gonna fall apart anymore, right? Is that the right place? Looks good. Okay, a yellow cap and a blue cap. There they are. So the yellow cap they want us to put here. Flat cap, and the blue flat cap goes here. Right, looks good. Okay, now we need 2 of these gripper, right? These kind of grippers. Yeah, these weird grippers. There they are. So the grippers are going to face out there. Out there. Right, those grippers that look like the right kind of grippers. Okay, so now we need 2 of these. And 2 of these. These are weird colors. These are very light blue, different blue colors and yellow colors. All right, so the blue one, now they want us to put the blue ones on the blue side. That's fine. Makes some sense. Blue ones on the blue side. Yellow ones on the yellow side. Not quite the same yellow though. It's kind of cool. They do a lot of cool stuff with colors. Okay, so is that right? Is that looking like the picture? Still is looking like the picture. Okay, so 2 of these. All right, 2 guys with holes in them that are kind of, what color are those dudes? I don't know. I think they're just gray, right? Yep, this color, this is a yellowish color. Okay, fine. And 1 of this big black guy here. Perfecto. Okay. So starting with the black guy, holding in this direction. I guess we put both of these red connector dowels in there. Each side. And then these are going to go on top of it, like just facing up like that. Make that shape, perfect. And that's going to go, that and that. Yes? Yeah, actually. It does look like the picture. Okay, 2 of these, here they are. And they're going to be overhanging like that. And like that. Voila. That shape. Keep moving. All right, so 2 of these. 1, 2. Boom. This is a very symmetrical robot, so there's a lot of 2 building up on each side. And then we got 4 of the white corner dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. And they're gonna gotta go on the sides, like boom, 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 and boom. Confirm
that is the correct positioning of those. Yeah, looks like the picture. All right, now we're going to build like a pretty big module here. So we need one of these, a 1 by 1, right, like that, and like a 5 by 1. Here it is. Okay, perfect. So according to this is going to go here, and this is going to go here on the corner, I think. That's right. Okay, another 1 by 1. And that one's going to go, this one, another 5 by 1. I'm sure I've got another 5 by 1, right? Do, 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 do. These pieces are hiding. There it is. It was definitely hiding. Okay, 5 by 1. Do, 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 do. That one goes there. Okay, these are white 6 by 1s. We need 3 of them. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Okay, so these are going to go kind of hang over the edge. And this is going to go underneath it. Like that. According to this picture. Yep, still looks good. Moving along. All right, we're going to need 2. One of these and another of these. Perfecto. And they're going to go on the back. Lining up like that. Looks good. Very nice. All right, now we need 2 1 by 1s. White. There they are. 2 of these little green dudes, I'm thinking. And 2, are those the curved back ones? I think so. These guys here. Yes. Okay. So let's see. What does this want us to do? These white ones go here and here. These guys go facing outwards, right? Like that, with the whole thing facing outwards, right? And the green is just inboard of that, inboard, according to my feelings. So this one goes here. And the green one is inboard right here to make this shape. So I'm gonna have to figure out if I really got it here. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, next we need 2 more of these guys. 1, 2, and they're gonna go. Let's see, facing outward, kind of there and there. That, yes. All right, now we need 2 of these gray 3 by 1s, the yellow bench seat, that's a bench there, 4 by 2. And how are these guys going to go? Let's see, the 4 by 2 goes right in here. The bench seat goes next to it, right? Abutted against it. And then these 2 go to the sides of it. 1, 2. Okay. Yep. That looks like it. Very nice. Okay. So now we're going to need 2 kind of corner edge pieces, right? These, is this what it is? I think this is the right one. Yeah, 2 of these. This yellow disc and this white half disc thingy. Okay. So start with a half disc thingy. These are going to go on the outside of it. And then the yellow disc is going to go inside on the top, right? That. Yes. And that's going to go here. Make that piece. Perfecto. Okay. 2 of these. We're going through this pretty quickly. So that's going to go here and here. And then the 3, these are covers, 3 by 1 covers, right? Flat covers, they're going to go here and here. And then 1 of this guy here is going to, I believe, go here. Make that picture. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to 2, these little wedge dudes. Where are they? I think one's here. These are called roof tiles or something. 2 of these wedges and 2 of these bigger dudes, right? The 3 steps. That's 1. Here's another one. Goes the same. Okay. they're gonna go, okay, so the bigger ones go here. That and that, they fit perfectly, as always. And the wedges are gonna go there. Perfect. Roof tiles, whatever you call them. To make that shape. Looking good still. Keep moving on. Right, these are all the pieces, right? Okay, now we're gonna need one of these. That's gonna go, I think, here. Yes. 2 smooth 2x2 tiles. They look like, well, like the plain ones. So this is one of the plain ones. There's ones with that has the graphic on it. That's a different one. We don't want that one yet. We've got the plain ones. Okay, so now we need this guy, which looks like a mouse cover. And let's see if I can find the yeah, this guy here. So this kind of covers up this whole thing here, right? So it can fit on like that, and then this guy covers up that little space there. Make that. Okay, and that's gonna go how? This way. And that. All crunches together, I believe, like it is supposed to. It does look like all the sandwiches are in the right place. All right, keeping forward, moving forward. We got plenty of little pieces here. All right, we're gonna build the other side of that thing. We'll start with a 6x2. There we go. And 3x3. And this is gonna go on like that, right? Yes. Okay. So now we get another one of these, and that's gonna go here. Like that. Now we have this guy's gonna go where? Like that. Okay, yep, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, get another one of these. It's gonna go to there. We got a bunch more of these. Let's see, this one goes on top here. This one goes underneath it like that. I believe to make that shape perfect. Let me have 2 more of these. It's gonna go there. It's gonna go there, making that shape. Yep. All right, so now we're gonna need this guy. 2 of kind of these weird pieces here, but there's 2 different orientations of them. So we need to sort them. Like this and this. Perfect. All right, we're gonna need those. We're gonna need this round guy here. And 2 angles brackets. Here they are. So basically everything's right here that we need. Okay, so we'll start with this. This piece is gonna go on it somehow, like that. And then we got the wedges, they're like that, right? No, like that. And one wedge is gonna go here. And the other wedge is gonna go there, right? Yeah, perfect. And this wedge goes on this side. And this wedge goes over here. I believe. Is that making the piece? Yes, it is. And then we have these corner pieces to add. 2, I believe. That makes the final image number 3, and that's gonna go where? On this thing on the front, right? Be like that shape there. Yes. All right. 2 1x1. 2 green dudes. And 2 whatever the heck they are. Yeah, these guys. Perfect. Okay, how are these guys gonna go? Okay, let's see. All right, so the one piece goes here. This guy goes facing out like that. Facing out. The green guy goes inboard of him. You don't even see these little green dudes. I mean, they're brightly colored, but you never see them. I'm not really sure why they make them a contrasting color, but they do. Maybe just because they're cheaper than the white ones. I don't know.
guy goes there. This guy goes on the outboard, facing outboard, like that. And he goes here. Right? Is that the right shape? I believe it is. All right, so 2 of these, 1, 2. And they're going to go. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do quite order. This is next. This guy here. This guy here. Then we can do these. 3, 1 there. 1 there. Okay, looks like the picture. Yep, I do. Perfecto. All right, 2 of these, 1 and 2, and 2 of these, 1 and 2. Let's see. So the blue guys are going to go here and here, and the white caps are next to them. That shape there, very nice. Still moving on, making good progress on this bag here. All right, 2 of these roof tile wedges and 2 of these guys. There's one here, and there's one somewhere else. Okay, so how are these going to go? Okay, so the big guys are going to go here and here, right? Yes. And then the smaller roof tile dudes go here and here, just like the other side. Yep, still looks like the piece. Okay, 1 of these. That's going to go here. And then this guy is going to go here. Like that. Looks exactly like the picture. All right, 1 of these and 1 of these. So now we're using the specific piece there in the right place. This one here. The one that's got the little pre-applied decal to make that shape perfect. Now we need this and this. This goes in here. This is going to cover up this whole area here nice and smooth. And that's going to go on the other side. Voila. I guess we're not going to finish this guy today, but we'll get pretty close. No, actually, I don't know. We're getting pretty close. There's still a whole nother bag though, so. And I'm getting pretty done with it. Okay, so 2 of these, right? There's these guys. All right, so facing this way, so we're going to kind of effectively make these shoulders here. It's like this is here and here, right? Yeah, it fits really nicely like that. Like that, yeah, that's got to be right. And then the other little pieces. That we need, which of those pieces? I think one is going to be this piece, but it's the other way. Yeah, it's not that, it's the other side, right? This is this side. Nope, I was right the first time. That's that side, and then this is going to be that side. Right? I mean, kind of looks like the picture. Okay, and do the same thing on the side. Yes, this piece goes here and here. This piece goes here and here. And we got this guy that's gonna go how? Here. And this guy's gonna go on the other side. Let's make these curves spaces here. They do kind of stick out like that. I think. No, that's symmetrical. Okay, 2 of these. They're gonna go how? Okay, holding this like that. So one's gonna go here, I believe. No, they're gonna go here. 1 there, 1 there. Right. Yep, that's exactly how it's supposed to go. All right, and then these 4 guys on the outside. 1 there. 1 here. Right, they go right next to that. That's the only place they can go. Like that. Yep. All right, so we start with this piece here. And this dowel What are we supposed to do? Put 2 of them on. 1, 2. 2 of them on like that. Put the dowel in now. Yes. Put another one on. And the last one goes on the bottom. Or no, there's a short, got it. There's 3 of those, and then this piece goes on the bottom. I believe, yes. And then this should hook up with this guy here somehow. Oh, on this side too. Does it go in? It does. So let's see, how much close are we? Pretty close, but not quite there. All right, bag number 7. Unfortunately, I'm not going to complete the whole bag. I'm going to do it later, but oof, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, nobody cares. Oh, but I had a good time streaming. It's a real quiet day from the chatting perspective, which I like. This is my favorite kind of day. I'll see here. Now, if you're visiting and you decided that you think this is the best stream ever, good news. There'll be another one just like it tomorrow. Except no Lego. I think I'm done with Lego for a little while. I had a good time making the Lego. I always do. And, you know, it's just something every couple months, really, at most. I have a couple of their Star Wars kits to build. Like, so that I actually have some kits that I have built. But I saw this one was on sale, and I was like, it looks really cool. And it is a really fun kit, because there's a lot of stuff going on in it. And it's just really beautifully made. All right, but that's it. Boy, we had a fun time. There was music. We flew around. We saw, what the hell's going on? We saw Grand Coulee Dam. Flew around a bit. Went to the ranch. Made sure everything was copacetic at the ranch. Did the Big Brain Games. Mixed bag. Some I won, some I lost. Who knew? Then I did the Ken's Piano Lounge, and many of the notes that I attempted to hit were the correct ones. Not all. Then, gosh, more than an hour of Lego building. Who needs a 3-hour and 17-minute Ken Schneider art stream? Nobody, not me. But there you go. You got it. And plus, this one you'll be able to watch because it doesn't have any content violations, as far as I know. All right. Anyway, I gotta go. I got a little this Diet Coke is sadly warm and melted. No, all the ice is completely melted. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. Bye. See you next time.